My name's William Tracy Alder. Guess what we're talking about here is I was just going to tell you a story about my grandfather, who worked at Bethlehem Steel at actually the Fairfield shipyards during World War II. He was a welder and a fabricator, and he fabricated parts, you know, to assemble the ships, and he was a very good welder. I know he was a coal miner. He started out as a coal miner, and he was a union organizer. Fairfield was a shipyard in Baltimore that was adjacent to the Bethlehem steel mill, and it was owned by the same company. And Fairfield is where they built ships up until I think the 50s. Bethlehem Steel was a city inside of a city during World War II. There was, like I said, approximately 55,000 people that were working there at the time. And from everything that Grandpa told me, it was just orchestrated chaos. A whole bunch of men in the hull of this ship welding it. And he said they were just piled on top of one another to weld. And he said every day somebody would get welding flash. And well, welding flash is just from the exposure, not having a filter to filter the UV rays or from the welding. And so with these primitive type shields that they were using, it's just like a little square piece of like press board or whatever, with the lens, and you had a stick, and you'd hold it, and you'd have to weld holding this in front of you to keep from blinding you while you're welding. And today, when a welder would take a break, he'd remove his shield, his makeshift shield. Well, somebody else is still welding. So every day, he said, somebody would come home with welding flash. FDR was asking for a set number of ships to be built a month to supply these supply routes, because these Liberty ships were used as they hauled supplies to the war. And I remember him telling me about the production levels, and I could with veracity, you can look at it. It's true. The number of them that were produced, I think, there in California is unparalleled to this day. I mean, even in the modern shipbuilding facilities. Yeah, I do know he was very, very proud of what the men and women did. That was an accomplishment.